It is Riyadh season in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Here comes the Eastern assassin, Larry Holmes, the man that beat.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell. And there's the bell for round 1. Good left hand. That left hand hurt. And he misses with that straight left. One of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room only for this, our main event.
It's so hot, it's so heated. There's a roof on here. You don't understand. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're getting under. You're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hellfire on earth.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Misses with the straight left. Through the straight left, but it won't score. And he misses with that straight left. Misses with the straight left. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent.
Here we go, round 2. Who's going to land the first big shot? That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counterpuncher smart.
Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
And that's a scoring straight left hand. These two were made for each other. Misses with the straight left. They exchange punches. This fight has a real good flow to it. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it. And there's the bell for round 3. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Beautiful counter punch. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. He missed with that jab. Looks like they're going to try and be a little more elusive now. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Straight right just misses. That left hook just missed. Good counter punch. Misses with the straight left. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here. And there's the bell to start round 4. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
His stamina is off the charts. Both men step back for just a moment. Have you ever wanted to fight alongside the fishes? Well, we're about to do it here at the beautiful Atlantis. Alongside me, former world champion Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
It's time for our tale of the tape. It's Daniel the Miracle Man Jacobs, 6 foot tall, 160 pounds with a reach of 74 inches. And he'll be... Here comes the Miracle Man, Daniel Jacobs, who's had epic battles with Canelo Alvarez and Triple G, the former 2-time middleweight champion, looks to get back on top with a win in this one. Here comes the Miracle Man himself, Daniel Jacobs, fighting out of New York, New York. He is one of the most talented fighters in this division. Let's see what he's got for us in this one.
It'll be ding-ding from first bell. They're off.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, from Brooklyn, New York, introducing an acclaimed 2-time middleweight champion of the world, known as the Miracle Man.
A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time to put up or shut up.
The wait is over. The speaking...
You can't imagine how bad these fighters want to get their hands on each other. Swing and a miss with the jab. There's a counter shot. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Straight right just misses. That hook just can't find the target. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Good counter punch. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
That counter punch caught him clean. No rest for the weary. They exchange punches. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter and the cornerman.
Here we go for round 2. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Look at the footwork, the hand speed. This is the best that the middleweight division has to offer. Uh-oh, code red time here for Daniel Jacobs. What is he going to do? And down goes the Miracle Man. And look at that body shot. They couldn't have thrown it any better.
Even I've got to see that.
How about that will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues?
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
They need to turn this around halfway through.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen now, it's down for them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. The jab misses. That punch is beginning to take its toll. Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. He's been knocked down. And there's the bell for round 3. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. He misses with that jab. That's another scoring shot. How about that time counter shot? This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Why sit in a pocket when your punches are this slow? One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. That jab doesn't score. Punch, counter punch. They both want the knockout. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. That was almost... And there's the bell to start round 4. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Perfect counter shot. They both want a highlight reel knockout. Catch and shoot. You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're gonna get knocked out. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
He missed with that jab. Well done with that counter shot. Well, Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round. Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nice counter shot. Looking to land the hook. That jab misses. Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you're in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
The jab slightly off target. Not a lot of defense here at all. He threw a punch and just got countered. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. Nice counter. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. It's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next. This is the beginning of round 6. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That counter shot lands. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through?
Look back in the history books, some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there, these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. It hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now, this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Beautiful counter shot. That jab doesn't find a home. Nope, that hook won't score. Nice counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. Here comes round 7. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Good counter punching. One punch could change everything in this battle. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
A swing and a miss with that jab. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Been stepped back for just a moment. And he scores with the counter. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's round 8, and we're off again. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that.
Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
We wanted action, and they are delivering. It's a good start to the round. We knew his chin would get tested in this fight, and it failed him miserably.
That's lights out right there.
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. A perfect counter lands. Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. A pretty lopsided. How about this venue, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Todd Grisham, and we are live here. This is Roy Jones Jr. An open-air outdoor stadium. What a venue for this contest. The time has finally arrived. These two men have been jawing at each other for months. The talking is finally over. Now it's time to fight. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Good counter punching. A lot of high hopes and aspirations from the fans and media alike as we get set for this main event under the sun.
Todd, this is something you could never, ever get used to. How many gyms are built outside? How many times do we train, spar, and everything outside? Now you're having a fight outside. This is where fighters may gas themselves out. This is where the environment may make so much of a difference. You may not realize it. Watch when the rounds roll on.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
There's a counter shot. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Punch, counter punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice counter. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. And that hook misses. That counter shot, despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second.
Here we go. It's round two. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. And he scores with the counter. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter. Did you see that? Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Good counter punch. The perfect counter lands. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Alvarez in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
And there's the bell for round three. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Beautiful counter shot. Beautiful counter punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. They exchange punches. How about that time counter shot? Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Nope, that jab not going to score. He threw a punch and just got countered. Missing with that jab. Do you believe what we are seeing? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Wow, it's like two different lips.
On to the fourth we go. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Carries that jab away. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
They're so close, so close.
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. How is this fight still continuing?
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Nice slip to avoid the jab. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy. Time for the fifth round. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
That jab misses. So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight, it's the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Catch and shoot. The straight right just misses. One punch could change everything in this battle. Well done. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Wow.
This is the beginning of round 6. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice counter shot. Nice counter shot. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations and they throw them non-stop.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Nope, that hook won't score. Perfect counter shot. That counter punch caught him clean. That jab doesn't find a home. Nice counter punch. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Back and forth they go. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
Needs a knockout.
I need you to focus on what you're doing.
Here comes round 7. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Nice counter shot. Both men step back for just a moment. No rest for the weary. There's a counter shot. hook, but it doesn't score. Nice counter shot. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Every out there, I need you to win this round.
There's the bell to start round 8. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
They miss with the jab. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Just missing with the uppercut. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Might want to think of holding it right there. And this fight is over. And he dropped him. The perfect sniper shot. Let's watch it again. Not many people would have predicted.
switched off. What you doing? You're starting to make a mistake.
Let's do it.
Okay, it's not working. It's not working. Switch to southpaw. Switch stands, that's it. What we do in the gym. You know what we do in the gym? Be confident. That's it, nice and smooth. Now stay like that now. All right, let's reset. Switch that.
Okay, now you're switching off.
Right, let's go out then.
Do your business.
all your work all the way through camp.
Back.
Steady with the jab and then look for your power shot. What was that? What are you doing? Come on! You're switching up.
And back. come to me.
Come on, do you want to win this fight? That was a terrible round, that is.
Let's do it.
Welcome to the Lighthouse Theater, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was going to miss this.
It's time for our tale of the tape. And getting ready to fight here, Alexander Usyk. He's 6'3", with a 78-inch reach. And facing him here is this man, Alexander Usyk, 6'3", and 100. Alexander Usyk, the former undisputed cruiserweight champion and heavyweight champion of the world, fighting out of Ukraine.
They have waited for this fight for so long, John. This is ridiculous.
The fighters are ready to go. Let's hear the official introductions. We turn it over to the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, here is the Olympic gold medalist from Ukraine, an undisputed cruiserweight world champion, and a unified heavyweight champion of the world, Alexander Usyk. Fighting out of the blue corner, and now from Crimea in Ukraine, here is an undisputed cruiserweight world champion and an undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Alexander Usyk.
A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time to put up or shut up.
You lot, look at the stars, ex-fighters, ex-champions ringside. That's what these fights do. That's what these venues do.
No doubt about it, this was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold. And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. Not a lot of defense here at all. We welcome you to this beautiful theater where every seat has been sold, but don't expect these fans to be sitting down. We expect a standing ovation when these two are done.
You're getting everything tonight, and you know what? When you're in a theatre, you know you've got to perform. There's no cutting corners. There's no making up excuses, because you're going to be so transparent, all laid out there.
That one will count. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Straight left lands. Tried to score with a jab. Nice counter punch right up the middle. That counter punch caught him clean. Oh my, the Ukrainian has been rattled. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
I seriously hope that...
And there's the bell for round two. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
He scores with the counter. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
That left hook misses. don't want to trade shots. Good counter punching. Misses with the straight left. They exchange punches. This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Counter punch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Catch and shoot. It's all offense all the time. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
There you go, back out there.
The bell rings and we start the third. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt, you've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp. Don't be a fool, don't get sucked in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Both want the knockout. They both want a highlight reel knockout. That jab doesn't score. He parries that right jab away. And down goes Alexander Usyk. Wow, let's take another look at that.
I need to see that again.
They're on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then he'll try and do it again. He's just not...
They knew it when they threw it. The perfect body shot, and no one's standing up to... You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
What a build-up.
All right, I went over the rules. I want you to protect yourself at all times, and what I say you must obey. Good luck. Let's do it.
And again, when he leans forward, bring it up. Kick up the uppercut. Kick up the uppercut. Now counter his mistakes. Make him miss. Make him pay.
Come on, you're better than that. You've done all your work all the way through camp. Right, let's get out there, get your boxing back together. Listen, be smart when you go out there. Just take
Okay, I'm happy. I like that round. Good work. Hey, good work at that.
around. You don't want to lose this fight, do you?
Down the middle, you can't miss him. Great work. Stay focused. Don't let him
Out there and win the round. Get back behind your jab. Basics. Just get your rhythm back, and then we go again. I need you to go back out there. I need you to win this round. Get your...
Think about the defense on the end of what you do. Good work.
Just be smart. Just get your shots off and don't give him anything. Go.
Let's fight.
Okay, it's not working out. It's not working out. Switch southpaw.
What are you doing? Come on, switch on, switch on. You've been coasting this fight, and now you've let him back into it. Don't worry about our round. Don't worry about our round. Let's go out there.
Good work, that's it. Now,
And box.
You let him back into the fight that round. Now it's a tougher fight. He's got to be confident. You've got to take that confidence away. Go out in the first minute, stick him on the end.
Do your business.
Come on, you're switching off. You got complacent? The fight's not over yet. You've got to go out there and win this.
Let's do it.
There you go.
Listen, you've switched off. What are you doing? I need you to focus on what you're doing. Come on, you've let him back into the fight. You're much better than this guy.
Let's do it.
Then look for your power shot.
Now you're switching off. You're starting to make mistakes and you're switching off. Get out there and switch on. Get this boxing back together. I need you to switch back on.
Let's go.
switched off completely. Get your mind back on the job. That's a terrible round, that is. Don't worry about our round. Don't worry.
It's time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters. This is just one of those things.
Time for our tale of the tape. And this is Delphine Pursoon. She stands 5 foot 8 inches tall with a reach of 68 inches. And she'll be facing a woman that needs no introduction, Katie Taylor. She's 165 centimeters tall with a reach of 168.
This is it. This is that fight. This is that argument. I don't know what to expect.
Delphine Pursoon, who won the female lightweight title in 2012 and hasn't looked back. Katie Taylor.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, fighting out of Belgium, and ranked as one of the best female lightweight boxers in Ring Magazine, here is a women's lightweight champion of the world, Delphine Pursoon. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Bray, Ireland, she became the 8th boxer in history to hold all 4 world titles, a 2-division world champion, and an undisputed women's lightweight champion of the world. Simply the best, Katie Taylor.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
This is an arena fight. You couldn't have got anybody else in this place.
Thousands of fans here in attendance. These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. She can't miss with that jab. Jab misses. Pursoon trying to get her first win over Katie Taylor after losing their first 2 fights against each other.
Sometimes everybody's got a bogeyman. What can Pursoon change? What can it be? But she believes, you know what, I got it wrong the first time, I got it wrong the second time, I got this now. Maybe Taylor is just her bogeyman. Or should I say, bogey woman.
Beautiful counter shot. Perfect counter shot. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Well done with that counter shot. There's a counter shot. Back and forth they go. Good counter shot by her. Nice counter. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Pursoon in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt. Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? How about that time counter shot? Nice counter punch right up the middle. Really good buzz in the air tonight. This crowd waiting for something special.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it up. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Good counter punch. Good counter punching. Swing and a miss with that jab. A straight right just misses. Swing and a miss with that jab. She scores with that counter. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Let's talk about pursuing that last round. Well, let's see what the corner has to say. She needs some sort of inspiration, a different game plan. And there's the bell for round 3. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice counter shot by her. Punch, counter punch. Catch and shoot. Nice counter shot. Beautiful counter punch. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. She catches and counters. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
There's a scoring blow. They exchange punches. Just missed with that jab. Straight right just misses. She got clipped by that counter. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about pursuing that. There's the bell for round 4. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
That counter shot lands. Can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. Delphine Pursuit couldn't handle the pressure, and down she goes. It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
Can't believe they managed to beat the count, but that could be the last hurrah.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your eagles hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Midway through the round, and it looks like she has the advantage.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up...
He took a massive shot to the head there and is down. Let's see it again.
I've got to see that again.
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
Some fighters, when this happens...
Final 10 seconds here, and it's been a good round for her for sure. Let's talk about pursuing in that last round. Well, this fighter has been down. Back into the fray here in round 5. Something has got to change after 2 knockdowns. Let's watch that again in replay from a different angle.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
How about that will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues?
Oh, she knows now. She can smell blood. She's just not got to get trigger happy. Be smart with the shot. Be sneaky. Pretend you're going to go for someone else in the body, and then boom, let the shot in again. Be smart.
Couldn't land that jab. You'd like to see more jabs. At the halfway point, there's no doubt who's won this round so far.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Throws the jab, it doesn't score. Counter punches have to hurt. That jab doesn't score. Just missed with that hook. Total domination with 10 seconds to go. Talk about pursuing in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed. On to the 6th round. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. She wasn't ready for that counter, holding nothing back here in the round. Good defense blocking that right uppercut. Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.